Hello, and welcome to the Stanley Parable. The Parable Stanley. I'm just gonna press begin.
This is the story of a man named Stanley.
Hey, Stanley.
Stanley worked for a company in a big building where he was employee number 427.
Okay.
Employee number 427's job was simple. He sat at his desk in room 427 and he pushed buttons on a keyboard. Orders came to him through a monitor on his desk, telling him what buttons to push, how long to push them, and in what order. This is what employee 427 did every day of every month of every year. And although others might have considered it soul-rending, Stanley relished every moment that the orders came in, as though he had been made exactly for this job. And Stanley was happy.
Nice.
And then one day, something very peculiar happened. He had been at his desk for nearly an hour when he realized that not one single order had arrived on the monitor for him to follow.
Yeah,
no
pretty
one had
weird.
showed up to give him instructions, call a meeting, or even say hi. Never in all his years at the company had this happened, this complete isolation. Something was very clearly wrong. Shocked, frozen solid, Stanley found himself unable to move for the longest time. But as he came to his wits and regained his senses, he got up from his desk and stepped out of his office. Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
This does seem kind of peculiar.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Did you say left or other left? I'm confused, guys. I don't know the difference between my right, left. I don't know what door to go through. I say we trust him for now? Okay, so we go left. Is that what you're saying? Go left? Go left. Okay, we're going left. Thanks, chat. I appreciate it. Going left.
Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office, hoping he might find an answer there.
Broom closet. Oh, we had to get somebody out of the broom closet.
Stanley stepped into the broom closet, but there was nothing here, so he turned around and got back on track.
There's supposed to be someone in here. Wasn't there a guy who was supposed to be in the broom closet?
There was nothing here. No choice to make, no path to follow, just an empty broom closet. No reason to still be here. Are you really still in the broom closet? Standing around doing nothing? Why?
No, I'm looking. I'm looking
Here.
around.
I'm genuinely confused.
I'm looking around the broom closet. Look, the devs took some time to design a cool broom closet. They didn't even put paper up, but
there's no choice or anything in here, right?
Yeah.
If I'd said Stanley walked past the broom closet, at least you would have had a reason for exploring it to find out. But it didn't even occur to me because literally this closet is of absolutely no significance to the story whatsoever.
And here I am.
Never would have thought to mention it.
Why? But the question is, why do those have wallpaper in this?
To you, this is somehow its own branching path. Maybe when you go talk about this with your friend, you'll say, "Oh, did you get the broom closet ending? The broom closet ending was my favorite." I hope your friends find this concerning.
I don't know, chat. Chat thinks the broom closet's kind of cool. Chat!
Stanley was fat and ugly and really stupid.
Oh.
He probably only got the job because of a family connection. That's how stupid he is.
Oh, that's
all
just...
with drug money. Also, Stanley is addicted to drugs and hookers.
That's just mean. Let's go in the hallway.
Second player, it's good to have you on board. I guarantee you can't do any worse than the person who came before you. Stepping into his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life. What he could not have known was that the keypad behind the boss's desk guarded the terrible truth that his boss had been keeping from him. And so the boss had assigned it an extra secret PIN number, 2845.
Wait, did you say behind the desk? Oh, it's right here. Oh shit, what did he say?
Stanley just sat around twiddling his thumbs. Trying to input anything on the device was useless, since he could never possibly know. Stanley simply began entering random codes into the keypad, knowing full well the sheer statistical unlikelihood that this would ever result in a correct combination. But it turns out that the panel's emergency override kicked in, and the door just opened all by itself, and Stanley got the hell along with the story. Well, whoop-de-doo.
Oh, what did he say? I wasn't actually paying attention to what he was saying. Crap, that's just a really long hallway. Did he say... Which way did he say to go? Mentioned mind control facility? Oh, but this also says escape. Look, man, I may not be able to make choices, but I know what escape means. Okay, mind control facility it is.
The lights rose on an enormous room packed with television
clipboard,
screens.
but... Okay.
What horrible secret did this place hold? Stanley thought to himself. Did he have the strength to find out? Now the monitors jumped to life, their true nature revealed. Each bore the number of an employee in the building, Stanley's co-workers. The lives of so many individuals reduced to images on a screen, and Stanley, one of them, eternally monitored in this place where freedom meant nothing.
Is that mine right there? That looks like my office.
This mind control facility, it was too horrible to believe. It couldn't be true. Had Stanley really been under someone's
104 got
control
fired
all
too.
this time? Was this the only reason he was happy with his boring job? That his emotions had been manipulated to accept it blindly?
I don't think Stanley felt all this. I think Stanley just kind of went with the story.
No. He refused to believe it. He couldn't accept it. His own life in someone else's control? Never.
Yeah,
it was unthinkable. Wasn't it? Was it even possible? Had he truly spent his entire life utterly blind to the world? But here was the proof. The heart of the operation. Controls labeled with emotions. Happy, or sad, or content. Walking, eating, working. All of it monitored and commanded from this very place. And as the cold reality of his past began to sink in, Stanley decided that this machinery would never again exert its terrible power over another human life. For he would dismantle the controls once and for all.
I don't know. People have been telling me I'm just pressing buttons. Dude, making decisions hard. How do we make decisions, guys? Somebody tell me. Tell me. What do I do? What do I do? I'm looking for buttons. I'm looking for more buttons to press. I can't make up my mind. I'm trying to hit them all. Chat. Maybe go to facility power. Do we have to go there? Do we have to go there first? Well, he usually shuts doors behind us. Mind controls idle, awaiting input. Okay.
And when at last he found the source of the room's power, he knew it was his duty, his obligation, to put an end to this horrible place and to everything it stood for.
Does that mean I hit the on or the off button? Which one's horrible? Do we hit the on or the off button? Narrator! I can't make decisions! Tell me! Is it the on or the off? Look, man, I don't want hitting random buttons. This is probably a big decision. Narrator! Oh, gosh, decisions. Oh, decisions so hard. Chad, I need you to make this decision for me. Look, it says it's idle. It's waiting input. Hi, Tracy, I need your help. Do we turn the mind control on or do we turn it off? He said that, like, apparently this whole thing was an abomination pretty much and that we needed to turn it off, I think. He didn't necessarily say on or off. I guess turn on? Turn on? Okay, yeah, turning on the power.
Oh, Stanley, you didn't just activate the controls, did you? After they kept you enslaved all these years, you go and you try to take control of the machine for yourself. Is that what you wanted? Control? Oh, Stanley, I applaud your effort, I really do. But you need to understand, there's only so much that machine can do. You were supposed to let it go, turn the controls off, and leave. If you want to throw my story off track, you're going to have to do much better than that. I'm afraid you don't have nearly the power you think you do. For example, and I believe you'll find this pertinent, Stanley suddenly realized he had just initiated the network's emergency detonation system. In the event that this machine is activated without proper DNA identification, nuclear detonators are set to explode, eliminating the entire complex. How long until detonation then? Let's say, 2 minutes. Now this is making things a little more fun, isn't it, Stanley? It's your time to shine. You are the star. It's your story now. Shape it to your heart's desires. Oh, this is much better than what I had in mind. What a shame we have so little time left to enjoy it. Mere moments until the bomb goes off.
Crap. Blue screen. Yeah, let's run to the blue screen.
Time to talk about you. Where we're going.
There's a door over there.
What all this means.
Press any key to send a power surge.
What's that?
Okay.
I'd like to know where your co-workers are.
Wait a minute. Do I hit? Is there like an icon with an electricity symbol? Oh, big red button! Big red button! Right? Yeah. Incorrect. You mean re-enter passcode? Is it 0521? Is it 51? So 5 over here? Crap.
I'm going to put some extra time on the clock. Why
Oh,
not?
thank you. You have 2 attempts remaining. Oh no.
Dear, what's your purpose in this person? Or don't. It's all the same to me. And believe me, I will be laughing at every second of your inevitable life from the moment we fade in until the moment I say happily ever after. Mariella woke up on a day like any other. She arose, got dressed, gathered her belongings, and walked to her place of work. But on this particular day, her walk was interrupted by the body of a man who had stumbled through town talking and screaming to himself, and then collapsed dead on the sidewalk. And although she would soon turn to go call for an ambulance, for just a few brief moments she considered the strange man. He was obviously crazy, this much she knew. Everyone knows what crazy people look like. And in that moment, she thought to herself how lucky she was to be normal. I am sane. I am in control of my mind. I know what is real and what isn't. It was comforting to think this, and in a certain way, seeing this man made her feel better.
Okay.
But then she remembered the meeting she had scheduled for that day. The very important people whose impressions of her would affect her career, and by extension, the rest of her life. She had no time for this, so it was only a moment that she stood there, staring down at the body. And then she turned and ran.